Okay, hey y'all, let's cover review for exam 3. So enter a fraction that is equivalent to 9/4 with a denominator of 24. So 9/4, we want the denominator to be 24. So 4 times what is 24? You could take your calculator and go 24 divided by 4, and you'll get 6. So 4 times 6 is 24. So 9 times 6 is 54. Okay, and that's your answer. The next one is write 60 divided by 75 in lowest terms. So you can create your trees, 60 and 75. 60, I think of as 6 and 10 immediately. 6 is 2 and 3. 10 is 2 and 5. So 2, 2, 3, 5. 75, I know it's 5 times 25, thinking of quarters. And then 25 is 5 and 5. These reduce. We're left with 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12. 5 times 5 is 25. All right. Simplify to the lowest terms. 12w to the fourth over 42w cubed. All right. I need to tree my 12 and my 42. 2, 2, 3, and then I've got 4 w's. And then 42 is 2 and 21, and that's 3 and 7. So 2, 3, and 7, and I've got 3 w's. All right, 2's gone, 3's gone, 1, 2, 3 are gone. I'm left with 2w over 7 over 7. Okay, 9p squared z cubed over 21 z squared p squared. Well, 9 is just 3 times 3. I've got 2 p's and 3 z's. Over 21 is just 3 times 7, 2 z's and 2 p's. Okay, 3's are gone. There's a p's are completely gone. And get rid of 2 z's. And I'm left with 3/7, well, 3z over 7 again. The tank of a car holds 15 gallons. The gasoline gauge shows the tank is 1/5 full. How much gas is still in the tank? And give your answer as a whole number or as a mixed fraction. So we need to know what a fifth of 15 gallons is. So 1/5 of 15 gallons, you're multiplying them because of is multiplication. 1/5 times 15. Remember, this is over 1. So this is just 15 over 5, which is 3. So 3 gallons are still left in the tank. Remember, if it's a word problem, you need to answer in words with correct units. Find the length for the area if area is equal to length times width. We've got 2 meters, 11 meters, 3 meters, and 10 meters. Okay, so this side would be completely 11 if it went all the way down, but it's missing this piece. So it's missing 3 meters. So it's 11 minus 3, 8, which is 8 meters. And then this side, if it went all the way across, would be 10 meters, but it's missing the 2. So 10 minus 2 is 8 as well. The area, I can break this up into 2. I'm just going to break it right here. So I'll have this whole area here is area 1, and this area here is area 2. So this is just 2 times 11. Area 1 is 2 times 11, which is 22. And then area 2 is 8 times 3, which is 24. And then we just need to add these. So the area is 46 meters squared. Remember, area is always measured in squares. Pardon me, all. All right, find the area of the triangle. Area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. So that's equal to 1/2. The base is 13 meters and the height is 10 meters. So we could reduce these now, or we could just multiply across. If you multiply across, that's 130 over 2, which is 65. So the area is 65 meters squared. 8 over 25 times 5 over 16. I'm going to reduce these before I multiply. 8 and 16 reduce, I know, because 8 times 2 is 16. So 8 goes into 8 one time, 8 goes into 16 two times. 5 and 25 reduce as well. 5 goes into 25 5 times, and 5 goes into 5 once. If I rewrote this, it would be 1 times 1 over 5 times 2, which is 1/10. -4/5 squared is equal to -4/5 times -4/5. It's just taking the entire thing, multiplying it's by itself 2 times. Negative times negative is a positive. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 5 is 25. These do not reduce. When making bread from scratch, the recipe calls for 4/5 cup of water. If you need to make a smaller portion of the recipe, how much water would you need in order to make only 1/12 of the recipe? So if it was a 1 cup, I'm just trying to picture this is, we're going to have to multiply. 1/12 of a 4/5 of a cup. Yeah, we would have to multiply those. Hold on. Excuse me one moment. Be right back. Okay, so let's go ahead and multiply. 1/12 times 4/5 is reduce. 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 12 3 times. 1 times 1 is 1, 3 times 5 is 15. So instead of 4/5 cups of water, we need 1/15 cups of water. Don't know how you'd measure that. That's brutal. All right, convert 6 days to seconds. So, and I gave you the conversions. 6 days is what we're starting with. We're going to seconds. So days in the top, days has to go in the denominator. And we're going to be going to hours. And then we're going to go from hours to minutes, and then minutes to seconds. And then once I get my units set up to where I know they'll cross out and leave me with seconds, that's when I plug in my numbers. 24 hours in a day, 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute. Multiplying straight across, our denominator is all 1. Days crosses out, hours is gone, minutes are gone, left with seconds, so we're golden. 6 times 24 times 60 times 60. Is 518,400. Seconds are in 6 days. Convert 48 cups to gallons. We need to go from cups to pints, pints to quarts, and then quarts to gallons. And I gave you the conversions. 2 cups are in a pint, 2 pints are in a quart, 4 quarts are in a gallon. When we multiply straight across, cups are gone, pints are gone, quarts are gone, left with gallons, so we're golden. And I've got 48 times 1 times 1 times 1 is 48. Over 2 times 2, which is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And then I just need to divide. And that's 3. 3 gallons are equal 48 cups. Okay, it is estimated that each guest, I'm sorry, it is estimated that each guest at a party will eat 3/4 pounds of chocolate. How many guests can be served with 9 pounds of chocolate? So we have 9 pounds of chocolate, and each guest will eat 3/4 pounds of chocolate. That's a lot of chocolate, but we're gonna have to. We're only buying 9 pounds. So how many guests can be served with these 9 pounds? We're gonna have to divide by 3/4. But I'm gonna rewrite this as 9 divided by 3/4. So I can keep, switch, flip, keep the 9, change from division to multiplication, and then flip from 3/4 to 4/3. I'm gonna reduce, remember this is over 1. I'm gonna reduce this first before I multiply. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 times 4 is 12 over 1. So 12 people can eat the 9 pounds. All right, next one. 4a divided by 7 divided by 1/14. It's division, so we have to keep, switch, flip, keep the 4a over 7, switch from division to multiplication, and flip 1/14 to 14 over 1. Pardon me. Now I want to reduce before I multiply, because I know 14 and 7. 7 times 2 is 14, and 7 times 1 is 7. Now I'm going to multiply. 4a times 2 is 8a. 1 times 1 is 1. So 8a is my answer. 7/5 divided by -21 over 10. Keep, switch, flip, because it's division. 7/5 times -10 over 21. My answer is going to be a negative. Positive times a negative is a negative. Boom. I'm done with that. I don't have to think about my signs anymore. Can I reduce? Yes, I can reduce a couple times. 7 and 21. 7 goes into 7 once. 7 goes into 21 3 times. 10 and 5. 5 goes into 5 once. 5 goes into 10 twice. So 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. Dave had a dinner party with 4 people. He bought 8/11 pounds of cold cuts per person. How many pounds of cold cuts did he buy? Well, he had 4 people, and each would have 8/11 pounds of cold cuts. So we're going to have to multiply these. 4 times 8 over 11 per person. Yes, when I say per person, that means that we're going to be multiplying. So there's no reducing here. 4 times 8 is 32 over 11. We need to make this a mixed number, because I'm not going to walk into Tops and say I need 32/11 pounds of cold cuts. They'll look at me like I'm crazy. So I'm going to divide 11 into 32. And it goes, well, 11 times 3 is 33. So it only goes twice. 2 times 11 is 22. And that leaves me with 10. So 2 and 10/11 pounds of cold cut. What are you doing? Stop it. My dog is demanding attention. All right. Left right now. I'm working. Compare 3/4 and 7/8. Now remember, this is going to be an inequality. It's going to be a greater than or a less than. And we need to know what the common denominator is so we can compare these. Hold on. Somebody needs some attention. I'll be right back. Okay. Compare 3/4 and 7/8. So we needed to have them the same denominator. 3/4 and 7/8. Right now, we've got a 4 and an 8, which our common denominator is going to be 8. I don't know what that is yet. This one's already 8, so I don't have to change that one. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 2 is 6. So it's 6 greater than or less than 7/8, because we're going to be comparing 3/4 and 7/8. So I just need to know, is it going to be greater than or less than? 6 is less than 7. So 6/8, if you think of it this way, is less than 7/8. And I just rewrote it the way they asked. Okay. Now we've got negative 34 over 35 plus negative 11 over 15. Well, the signs are the same, so that means we're going to add them. All right, so I'm just going to stack them. And I need to see what my common denominator is going to be. My answer is going to be negative because they're all negative. All right. We've got 35 and 15. I need to know what the multiples are of this. 15 is 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 8, 90. That's all I know. I know 35 and 70. So I'd have to find 8, 9, 10, 105. So what is 99 plus 15 is 105. Okay, so 105. All right, 15 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 7. 11 times 7 is 77. 35 times 3. 34 times 3 is 12, 3, 9, 10, 102. Yep. And then we just add the numerators, 7, 8, 9, 7, and 1. So 179 over 105. But let's go ahead, since this is improper, let's make this a proper fraction. It'll be a mixed number. 105 goes into 179 one time. And that means 74. So 1 negative, don't forget that, 1 and 74 over 105. And these do not reduce. All right, that was a fun one. 13 over 21 plus negative 1/6. Okay, I need them to have the same common denominator. So I'm going to write 13 over 21 and negative 1/6. Multiples of 6. 6, 12, 18, 4 is 24, 5 is 30, 6 is 36, 7 is 42, 21. I stopped there because I know the next one is 42. So 42 is my common denominator. 21 times 2 is 42. 13 times 2 is 26. 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 42. 1 times 7 is 7. We're subtracting these because they're different signs. We're going to take the sign of the larger number, which is the positive. So my answer is going to be positive. And then 26 minus 7 is 19. Cool. Next one. It took Kelly 3 and 5/6 hours to fly from city A to city B. Then it took her another 2 and 4/5 hours to fly from city B to city C. Kelly flew a total of basically how many hours? We just need to add these two. 3 and 5/6 plus 2 and 4/5. I need to get them into improper fractions first around the world. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 plus 5 is 23 over 6. I'm going to go ahead and stack them. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14 over 5. All right. 6, 12, 18, 24. It's going to be 5. So 30 is my common denominator. I know that because 5 times 6 is 30. 14 times 6 is 84. 6 times 5 is 30. 23 times 5 is 15. So 10, 11. And then we're adding. Everything's positive. So that's 9, 9, and 1. Improper fraction. So 30 goes into 199. How many times? I don't know. 2, 3, 4, 6, probably 180. Yeah. So that's going to be 6. So she flew or he, it could have been a he. No, this is her. She flew 6 and 19/30 hours. Too bad. All right. The next one is 10 and 3/8 minus 4 and 5/12. I'm going to go ahead and change these to improper. 8 times 10 is 80. 80 plus 3 is 83 over 8 minus 12 times 4 is 48. 48 plus 5, 48, 49, 51, 2, 53 over 12. This is a negative. All right, common denominator. 24. I'm gonna put my answer over here. 8 times 3 is 24. 83 times 3 is 9. 8 times 3 is 24. And then 12 times 2 is 24. 53 times 2 is 6. 106. 249 minus 106. 3, 4, 1. And it's going to be positive because 249 is positive. 143 divided by 24. 24 goes into 143 how many times? Oof. 143 divided by 24 is 5. 5 times. And then 5 times 24 is 120. So it's just a problem. Okay, so it's 5 and 23 over 24. If while running a marathon, you ran 72 miles in 2 4/5 months, how many miles did you run each month? So when you take 72 and divide it, 72 divided by 2 4/5. I need to change this to an improper fraction. 14 over 5. Now we need to do the keep switch flip. Reduce if possible. 72 and 14 are both going to reduce by 2. 14 going to 72? Nope. 72 divided by 7? Nope. So it's just 2. 36 and 7. No, 36 times 5. 180 divided by 7. 7 goes into 180. It's improper, so I want to change that. 25 times. So 7 times 25. It's 175. So you ran 25 and 5/7 miles per month. Area of a trapezoid with bases A and B with height h is given as A is equal to 1/2 the height times the two bases, A plus B. If a contractor needs to lay a cement slab designed as a trapezoid with the bases 1 1/6 and 2 2/5 and a height of 1 3/5, what is the area of the slab? So we're just going to plug these in. Area is equal to 1/2. The height is 1, so times 1 3/5 times, and they're going to add the two bases, 1 1/6 plus 2 2/5. We need to do a lot of changing into improper fractions. So I'm going to start with that. 1/2 times 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 is 8/5. 6 times 1 is 1 plus 1 is 7. 6. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12/5. Okay, we can multiply these two, but we also need to do what's inside the parentheses as well. This needs to come first. 7/6 plus 12/5. Common denominator we already found was 30. We did that earlier. 6 times 5 is 30, 7 times 5 is 35. 5 times 6 is 30, 12 times 6 is 72. And then we add these and it's 107. So I'm going to leave that as improper because I have 1/2 times 8/5 times 107 over 30. If I can reduce these, I will. 5 will not reduce, but 8 and 2 will reduce and give me a 4. 4 and 30 will reduce. They're both divisible by 2. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 goes into 30 15 times. So this leaves me with 2 times 107. $214 over 15 times 5. 75. I just need to make this a mixed number. 214 divided by 75. It's 2 times. So the area is 2 and 64.75 yards squared. Okay. 1/5 plus 1/4 over 1/5 minus 1/4. I'm going to stack these. 1/5 plus 1/4. 20 is my common denominator. So this is my numerator. And then 1/5 minus 1/4. 20, 20, 20. And this is going to be a 5 and a 4. And we're subtracting these. Oh, I should have put this down here. 4 minus 5 is -1. So -1/20. 9/20 divided by -1/20. I'm going to keep, switch, flip. These reduce, and we're left with -9. All right. Two-thirds divided by 2/9 times 2/3. Order of operations. You have to left to right, divide and multiply. We have to divide first, then multiply. So I need to do my keep, switch, flip. Okay, I'm just gonna do this first. I'm gonna bring down the 2/3. Now that we're multiplying, we can just multiply straight across, honestly. My 2's can reduce. My 9 and 3 can reduce. This becomes 3, and this becomes 1. And then the 3 and the 3 reduce, and I'm left with just 2. -1/2 squared plus 5 times 1/2. We have to do the exponents first. -1/4 is 1/2 times 1/2. Plus, I'm going to go ahead and multiply these, and it becomes 5/2. I'm going to stack them. Four is my common denominator. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 times 2 is 10. -1 plus 10 is 9. So subtract and take the sign of the larger number. And now I want to make this a mixed number. 4 goes into 9 twice. So 2 and 1/4. 8/7 minus 1/2 plus 1/3. I have to do what's inside the parentheses first. I'm going to stack them. Three times 2 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. Now I have 8/7 minus 5/6. I'm going to stack them. It's going to be a negative. 6, I'm going through my multiples, 12. Okay, it's going to have to be times 7. So 7 times 6 is 42. 8 times 6 is 48. 6 times 7 is 42. 5 times 7 is 35. Subtract them. Get 3, 13, and positive. Ooh, that's already proper. Sweet. All right, last two. Ooh, gonna work out. Sorry for all of y'all who didn't do your homework. This is gonna be brutal on you. It's gonna be really tough. Hopefully that doesn't happen in the next module for you. We need to solve for x, so I need to get rid of this -1 first. I'm going to add 1 to both sides. Becomes -2. To get rid of 5, 6, we're going to divide both sides by 5, 6. And I'm going to rewrite that as -2 divided by 5, 6. Keep, switch, flip. Can't reduce. So multiplying straight across, it's -12 over 5. And then I'm going to have to make this a mixed number because it's improper. My answer is going to be a negative. 5 goes into 12 twice. So 2 and 2 fifths. I already have my negative there. One more. X plus 1/2 is equal to -7 thirds. 1/2 is added to x, so I need to subtract it. They're both negative, so my answer is going to be negative. 6 is my common denominator. 3 times 2 is 6. 7 times 2 is 14. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. And then you add them because the signs are the same. Oh, I can't do that yet. Gotta make it a mixed number. It's improper. Getting a little too ahead of myself there. My answer is going to be a negative. 6 goes into 17 twice. So -2 and 5, 6. All right, that's it for the review, y'all. If you have any questions, please message me so I can help you.